What if I told you a political party just drew a line in the sand and dared the government to cross it? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover the two explosive demands that could shatter Kenya's ruling coalition, and the one thing ODM says is absolutely not for sale. The Orange Democratic Movement has just issued two irreducible minimums to President William Ruto's UDA party. But here's the twist. One demand is about power, and the other is about blood money. Meet Junet Mohamed, the Sunna West MP and ODM's fiery spokesperson. On Tuesday, March 3, he stood before the cameras after a crucial parliamentary group meeting. For months, whispers of a strained coalition have filled the corridors of power. But today, Junet made it official. ODM is putting its foot down, and the first demand is a political bombshell. The PG agrees that the party will maintain every parliamentary seat that ODM occupies today in the Senate or the National Assembly. We are telling any party that we are associating with that our parliamentary seats are not negotiable. That's right, every single seat. From Mombasa to Kisumu, ODM is declaring its turf off limits. This isn't just a request, it's a warning shot across the bow of the UDA ship. But here's the part that will blow your mind. This is about more than just political chess. The second demand is about justice or the lack of it. The parliamentary group emphasized the compensation bit for the people affected by post-election violence since 2017. That money must be put in the supplementary budget that is in Parliament from tomorrow. Victims of police brutality, post-election violence, a promise made in a 10-point agenda that created this very government, and ODM is saying, pay up or else. 9 years of waiting, from the chaos of 2017 to the present day, and ODM is demanding that compensation finally hits the national budget. Now, but wait, there's more. Junet dropped another date that changes everything. March 10. That's when UDA and ODM will hold a joint parliamentary group meeting. Leaders from both sides will receive a report on the implementation of those 10 points. Think of it as a coalition report card. And based on today's ultimatum, UDA might be failing. And then something shocking happened. In the same breath as these fierce demands, ODM leaders denounced claims of disunity. Junet and Suba North MP Millie Odhiambo stood firm. They said leaders from both the Linda Mwananchi and Linda Ground factions were all in the room. Names like Deputy Party Leader Godfrey Osatsi and Sabyati MP Caleb Amasi were present. So, is this a show of strength or a carefully staged performance? The plot thickens when you consider the long game. ODM has been clear, it wants to strengthen itself before any pre-election pact talks. Party leader Abiru Oding-Ah says the current partnership with UDA is valid until 2027, but he also said the Wheelbarrow Party would be prioritized for a coalition. That's a massive signal. It means ODM is already looking past 2027, and UDA might not be its first choice. This is a seismic shift in Kenyan politics. Some see this as ODM finally flexing its muscles within the coalition, holding the government accountable to its own promises. Others see it as the beginning of the end, the first cracks in a foundation built on shaky ground. A demand for compensation for victims is a powerful moral stance, but a demand to lock down all parliamentary seats is pure hardball politics. Which one is the real priority? The implications are huge. If UDA ignores these demands, the broad-based government could fracture. Budgets could stall. Legislation could fail. But if UDA gives in, it looks weak to its own base. So what happens next? The March 10 meeting will be a pressure cooker. Will the report show progress, or will it be a list of failures? And what happens if that compensation money isn't in the supplementary budget? ODM has drawn its line. Now, William Ruto's UDA has to decide, step over it or step back. Do you think this is ODM fighting for justice, or just playing high-stakes politics? Is the coalition about to break? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking political drama.